Yes, y'all. That's Small World, Mike Boyd featuring Mad Child and Decisive. And we've got Mike on the phone right now. What's good, brother?
Not much. How you doing?
Doing all right. Just chilling. Checking out the new tunes, man. The CD's sounding dope. Taking it in. Note the sarcasm.
I appreciate it, man. And thanks for playing the songs.
No problem. So I want to talk first off that title, Note the Sarcasm. Let me know what was the angle on that?
Well, as we were making the album, there's a couple songs on there, more than a couple, and like quite a few lines of that are just kind of like over the top sarcastic, like joking around. And if you don't know I'm being sarcastic, you might take it the wrong way. So we really want to just put it out there so people are going to know, like, okay, this guy's he's playing around on certain songs. He's not seriously like this. Like, there's a song that's all about called Mr. Romantic, and it's all about very sexual content, and I'm nothing like that. It's just me joking around, really.
That's funny. Well, speak on that a little bit about the sexual content that's in music nowadays. You know what I mean? What are your thoughts on why it's gotten so crazy and kind of like that's all that we see in the mainstream is like sex is trying to sell music nowadays?
That seems to be what the people want. Like, really, though, the people going out to the club, the type of music that is really sexual, like, content, and it is mostly club songs or R&B, romance songs. So that's what those people want. They're allowed to get it. It just so happens that's the stuff in the mainstream. Like, you know how it is. It's not like the mainstream wants that underground hip-hop sound or whatever to go to the club to or whatever, go dance to with your girlfriends.
Definitely. No, it's like that. And club music, it perpetuates that, you know what I mean? And I don't know, don't get me wrong, sex is a great thing. It's awesome, but I think there's a little bit more to life. And when it comes down to, like, I'm all about chakras and trying to get my energy and chi aligned and stuff. So when we're living at, like, our base selves and just like that, there's not much going on. If we can get to a higher level where we're actually speaking some knowledge, gaining knowledge of self, wisdom, and, like, bettering humanity as a whole, I think that's kind of like where we should be going. And I don't know, like, it seems the music's not headed there.
It's going the opposite way. No, I agree fully, man. Like, a lot of the stuff out there, it's over the top now, like, compared to when even I was a teenager growing up. Like, it was getting kind of heavy there with the sex talk and selling sex and all that, but now it's just ridiculous.
Kind of crazy stuff. It's nuts. But we just try and keep going as we go on, making good hip hop music. You know what I mean? Keeping the fans that are into that music happy. And I think you've done a good job with that on this last project, man, for sure.
I appreciate it, man.
Word up. And that last joint there, Small World, that's tight, man. To have Mad Child and Decisive on the same joint together.
Yeah, no, I was always a fan of both of them forever. So when I had choose, I know I needed 2 more verses for the song because I did my verse first, and it was just my verse and the beat. And I knew I couldn't write 3 full verses about small things in my life. I put it all out there in one verse. So I was like, who are 2 like guys I really respect and would love to do a song with, and those 2, I don't think I've ever heard a song with the 2 of them together. So I thought it was just a perfect fit. And I know Mad Child loves to rap about being the little monster and all that. So
yeah, no, it worked out. It worked out for sure.
Thought it was a good fit. It seemed to work out.
Definitely. I think artists nowadays don't recognize the importance of, like, picking the people that are getting on the track and being smart about it. You know what I mean? Like, something that actually fits that artist. They're just like, oh, I see this person that's doing big things, I want to get them on my track. But when it makes sense, you know what I mean? That's when you want to do it. And this is that type of thing where, like, yeah, that makes 100% sense to have these guys on it, and it sounds really complete. A good song, man.
Thanks, man. Yeah, a lot of people just give the song to anyone they can, just say, write 16 bars, put it in. Don't even really write about the same thing, or just mash it all together and, like, hey, it's a song now. But it's good when everyone's on the same page, that's on the same track, and you sit down and plan it out a little. Definitely.
I think it needs to be like that, and more of a collaborative effort where, like, the people are, exactly as you said, focused on the same subject matter. They're not, like, talking about random stuff and just dropping a regular 16 on a beat. It's a song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Word up, word up. So you're from the East Coast of Canada.
Yep.
Yes. What's that like out there, the vibe? I've only got a chance to come out. I was out there last year, I think, early on. Me and Mocha got a chance to come to Halifax and catch the vibe there. I'd never been out on the East Coast, and I just really liked just how chill it was. The people are pretty cool, pretty down to earth, and just like mellow, and having the ocean there and stuff. It's a nice environment. I know you're originally from Enfield, though, right?
Yeah.
But you're living in Halifax now?
No, I'm still in Enfield.
Still in Enfield.
The whole family's back here. Luke, classified, lives out here again. We all have. Everyone has their little experience where they move into Halifax from around like the outer little country cities, but usually end up coming home.
That's funny. I was talking to somebody about that the other week, just because I'm from Guelph, which is kind of like a smaller city in comparison to Toronto, which is like our big hip hop type capital around here. So everyone's always, oh yeah, move to the big city, and I used to feel like at one point like, oh yeah, I need to go live there to be able to make it or something, right? And then I realized I was like, no, like this, I'm happy at home here where I am, so I'm just like staying homebody, man, definitely. So that's good that you got that.
Yeah. I did the Halifax thing for like 2 years when I went to college, and then I really missed the country life, so I spent 2 years there, and then I was ready to go home. I had enough of it.
Yeah, it's crazy, man, sometimes with a little bit too much people around. I don't think we're meant to live in like massive cities with crazy amounts of traffic, and just it's not good.
Yeah.
Makes your head want to explode. But yeah, so you were talking classes living out there as well in Enfield. How often do you guys get to link up and work on some music together?
I work at a studio every day, 9 to 5 pretty much, so
every day
I'm over there. Whether we're working on his stuff or my stuff or random person coming out just to get a track produced, that's my job. I go over there when I'm not being his hype man or doing my own stuff. I work in the studio.
That's dope. So you've gotten a chance to kind of learn all the process of doing the engineering and the mixing and mastering and all that kind of like technical side of things, right?
Yeah. Not so much the mastering. We usually send that away to get done, but the mixing, all the little programs on the computer and the MPC and all that stuff. But it's quite the learning experience. But even more so, he does a lot of his own business. So just watching him do that, I've picked up a lot, and it's helped a lot when it comes to doing my own album now. So
definitely,
good thing.
Definitely speak on that a little bit, because I think a lot of artists that are out there neglect that fact of taking care of the business portion of their music. They're just focused on, and nowadays, you know what I mean? Back in the day, you could just get a record deal and you just make the music and everyone else could take care of everything for you. But now you got to kind of like take the reins on your own career and step in that driver's seat. So if you can, let the people know some of the things that you do learn from class and what you've been able to pick up when you're releasing your project now, that are a part of that business side of things that people tend to kind of forget about.
Yeah, you said it. Really, it's a lot of stuff is on the internet now, so anyone can like do their own business, really. Whereas, like you said before, it was pretty much you take it to the record label, you just do the music, and they go do everything for you. Now it's a lot more like, if you want to even get the record label or anyone to hear your music, you got to do all the internet stuff that you don't want to do and promote yourself. And Luke says more than anything is the biggest thing in the world is just going out and doing shows whenever you can. And he drills that in my head. So that's where I'm really getting more into doing my own shows, whereas usually I'd usually open for Luke and be his hype man, or go do usually every show I did was just opening for Luke. I keep calling him Luke, classified to people that don't know. But just opening for him. But now he's training me. I got to be out there doing my own thing, pushing myself, promoting myself, and I'm hoping it pays off.
Definitely, man. Well, I'd be super stoked to have you come down here. So let me know if you're ever, putting together a Canadian tour, or you're planning some dates out this way. We'll definitely try and get you booked. Definitely here in Guelph and anywhere around try and see if we can hook that up, because he's 100% right. I think for artists nowadays, the key is road life and trying to make sure that you can connect with the fans right there in person and see them live and get a chance to really capture their I guess attention, because now there's so much artists out there, there's so much stuff floating on the internet. People can sit on their computer and check out whoever at any point in time, but when they really get a chance to see you in person and meet you and see who you are and stuff like that, that's when you start connecting with people and building a relationship that's going to last and make them like a lifelong fan.
Yeah. No, I agree fully. Even on like your Facebook page, anything, just talking, interacting with the fans, just having like a relationship with them. Even right now, you can. Well, if you don't blow up, you can always have a relationship. But if you blow up, it's going to be hard to communicate with every single fan. But you can, and you're trying to build, just be as interactive and gain those fans. They'll be the lifelong fans that like stick around forever.
Mm-hmm. Somebody told me the other day, it was just like, if all you need to really be successful in this music industry is 5,000 people that are willing to spend $20 a year on your project or on something, on anything, on some merchandise, on a CD or whatever, right? All you need is a good 5,000 fans that are willing to spend, and like that's attainable money. And even in Canada, because pickings are pretty slim here in Canada. I'm sure you're quite aware of just like booking shows and doing all sorts of stuff. Like the industry's still pretty small here. So, what are your plans like? Looking at the longevity of hip hop here in Canada and your own career, where do you see yourself going with it?
Like I was saying, just getting out there. We got like 4 shows lined up already. Just me by myself doing these festivals, and like I'm hoping this is going to be a building process for me to get to that level of, like you said, just getting to 5,000 people that are diehard fans that just buy your album every year. That is really all you need in Canada. Like you don't have to have a million, zillion fans or whatever, but just to be able to survive and do it is good enough for me.
Yeah, just being able to do what you love, right, and have fun.
Yeah, for sure.
That's dope. Well, yeah, definitely. What festivals you got coming up out there over on the East Coast?
There's one in PEI called Big Red Festival, I think it is.
Nice.
And Cardi's on it, and The Killers. And that's all I know right now. And then we got another one up in Newfoundland. Luke's playing it also. Ghostface. Can't remember who else.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Newfoundland.
No, we just did a little something with Ghostface the other night at a club in Halifax, so it was pretty dope. It was a fun time.
That's wicked, man. Ghost is killer. He puts on a killer show.
Yeah, he did.
That's good, man. Wu-Tang representing, and I've been hearing a lot of talks about them putting together this anniversary project. Have you heard about that?
Nothing yet, but I've been watching a lot of Wu-Tang documentaries and like reunite festival shows and stuff lately. So
yeah, because Riz is trying to bring back. He's like the 20-year anniversary of 36 Chambers. He wants to really like commemorate hardcore. But this next album, I don't know. All I've heard is just that they're gonna put it together and sell it like a piece of art for like the highest bidder, and they're only gonna sell one copy.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
And then the buyer has basically the power to do whatever they want with it, so they can press it up, or they can keep it for themselves, or do whatever they want.
Nice.
It's a trip. Because like people are thinking of new and creative ways to like make money or I guess get heard in the industry now. So that's their angle.
Yeah.
Interesting, I guess. I don't know. Wu-Tang. Love them though. Support them for sure. Definitely. So yeah, a little bit I wanted to talk about was Half-Life Records being a part of that record label and stuff that Class built there, and the other artists that are involved with it as well. Who all is part of the roster right now?
Right now, I think it's just me and Luke. Right now, we've went through quite a number of people, so seems like I'm the only one that sticks around because Luke has to keep me around because I'm his brother. But but it started like we had many people we work with, and it's not even like they stopped doing me. Like Jordan Crocher was with Half-Life for a while, and it's like no love lost to anybody. We're all still buds, but people got to move on, right, and go do whatever if they get bigger or if they want to go. There was Chad Hatcher for a while. I think he's just wanted to be a family man, so he took off and took that road. Jordan Coaster moved on and went on to do bigger things, so it's just glad to be a part of his career and stuff. So
yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, he's doing really well.
Yeah, man, he's growing all the time, so it's good to see him do good, and we still see him all the time. When he's here, we'll come out and do a song with him or whatever, and vice versa.
That's dope.
So
That's dope.
it's not even so much like he still puts out CDs. Like I think he put out J. Bruce CD and he put out Dio CD, but that's more like a distribution deal or whatever. So the actual people that are only on Half-Life now, I think, is just me and Luke, unless I'm missing someone.
Okay, well, I know KO was on for a little bit, and then I think he's on with Black Box now. Yeah,
same thing, right? He started with us. He did an album with them, and then he moved on. He wanted to do, Luke can only do so much. He's busy as hell, right? And he like I said, he loves doing the business part. So he gets guys and takes them as far as he can take them, and then they got to move on and go somewhere else. It's all good.
That's cool. That's dope, though. But definitely, I put a word out asking people the other day who's like the dopest hip hop group in Canada, and a bunch of people kept on hitting up with Half-Life records. So I was just like, yo.
Yeah, I guess because people think of Half-Life, and people still come up and like they still think Jordan Crocher's with Half-Life and Chad Hatcher. So it's kind of cool because people are always like kind of have that affiliation, and they're always going to kind of be considered part of the Half-Life family. So
yeah, for sure.
I guess it's like Half-Life and extended members or something.
Definitely, and yeah, like the success from each other helps each other. You know what I mean? When you get into a family sense like that, when another artist is doing well, helps your brand and business, and vice versa.
Yeah.
So it's good. It's good, man. Definitely. Well, I'm loving the music so far that I'm hearing from you. I'm excited to hear, more projects coming from you. And like I said, if you're ever over in this end or planning some dates or something, definitely be sure to hit me up, and I'll see what I can do to help out.
I will for sure, man. Appreciate it.
No problem. This was dope, man. I definitely like talking with you. We'll definitely have to connect again in about 6 months or so and see how things are going.
For sure.